Hello everyone and welcome to class today. My name is Rachel. I am the girl with the Pilates mat, and yes, you are live with me right now. We are going to be doing our standing Pilates 25-minute full body workout. You've got the use of weights. If you want to use weights, you can. If you want to do it without weights, that is absolutely fine as well. You better do the whole session with or without weights. We're going to go lightish on the weights, so about 1 kilo, 2 pounds, okay? And this is a ballet inspired class. Don't worry if you've never done ballet, you will be able to do this class. We're going to just have a little bit of a balletic focus. And we're going to make sure it's also osteoporosis friendly, okay? So it's going to be very much focusing on strengthening the upper back, all the core muscles of the spine to keep you nice and strong. All right, so let us begin, starting with our feet in a small V position. Think about drawing those inner thighs together, pulling your tummy muscles in and standing up beautifully tall and elegant. All right, we're going to bring the arms down and let's get into our ballet arms. So if you have your arms by your side and then just a little bend at the elbow and then bring them forward so you're holding them just in front of your thighs. So now we're already working all those arm muscles. And let us begin. So we're going to inhale to bend, exhale to straighten, inhale to lift the heels up and the arms, exhale to lower. So we're going to bend and straighten and lift and lower, bend and straighten, lift and lower. So I really want you to work through those feet when you lift, trying to get right up on those metatarsals. That's it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more times. Good. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. 1 more. Bend and straighten and lift and lower. Okay, so we're going to point the toe and we're going to come into our wider position. So we call this second, or in Pilates they call it the wide V position. Similar movements. We have nice rounded arms and we're going to bend, take the arms out, straighten. And then you're going to raise the heels, bring the arms to the front and lower them down. Okay, so we're going to bend and straighten, lift and lower. So tummy's in. You can go as low as you're happy to go. All right, so that's where the balletic side comes in. If you want to go into a full plie, then you're going to go down and up and lift and lower. Just work within your own comfortable range. Okay, so you don't want to feel any pain, but we do want to challenge ourselves. Bend and straighten and lift and lower. So you can already feel this, can't you, in the shoulders. And straighten, lift and lower. Bend and straighten, lift and lower. Last one. Bend and straighten and lift and lower. Well done. Now bring those feet back together into your small V and we're going to do 4th position. So the way to get into 4th is you're going to take this leg, keep it turned out, but just bring the heel forward. So if you were to close your feet, you'd still be on that same line, okay? You then need to check in with those hips that they're facing forward like 2 headlights. So this is where your oblique muscles come into play. You're going to work your waistline a lot with this one, keeping those hips straight. And I want you to bring your arms into this position. So it's the opposite arm forward, this arm out to the side. All right, so here we go. We're going to plie, bend and straighten. Then you're going to go up onto the toes and take the arm out to the side and back. It's quite the challenge. Bend and straighten, out and back. Bend and straighten, out and back. So you're really working the whole body here. Takes a lot of concentration, as you can see. Good. Bend and straighten, lift and lower. So think of really trying to squeeze your bottom, particularly as you go up. That's it. Bend and straighten, lift and lower. Bend and straighten, lift and lower. 2 to go. Bend and straighten, lift and lower. Bend and straighten, lift and lower. Bring your arms down, bring that foot back, roll your shoulders, have a little rest, point the toe of the other foot and bring it forward. So check heels are in line with each other. Then those hips that are going to want to go this way, got to use your tummy muscles to pull those hips around so they're facing forward. Then we're going to bring the arms into position. Are you ready? Here we go. Bend and straighten. Whoops. Lift and lower. So this side's lots of good for me. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Bend. Good. And just really focus on that balance. Takes a lot of concentration, doesn't it? This one. And down. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Bend and straighten. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Bring the arms down. Bring the legs back to first position. And let's just roll it out with those shoulders. Well done. Okay, so we can do a little bit of movement now. So we're going to come, or moving work sideways. Going to come to this side of the mat. And we're going to start with just the legs. So let's do the legs first. So just have your hands on your hips. Okay, so working the legs, we're going to point. We're then going to plie. Then we're going to point the other leg and close. Let's do that again. Point and plie. Point and close. Point and plie. Point and close. Then you're going to take a little breather. And then we're going to go back the other way. So it's 3 times. Point, plie, point, and close. So really try and get this muscle memory into your legs, your bottom muscles. Good. Point, plie, point, and close. And a little rest. Okay, so we're going to add the arms to it. Your arms are going to come up in front of you like so, shoulders down. Okay, and it's going to be one movement per leg movement. So, bend, point, plie, point, close. So working biceps and triceps. Very good. One more. Point, plie, point, close. Then you take the arms up, circle them around and bring them back, ready to go the other way. Point, plie, point, close, point, plie, point. Now see if you go a little lower. Now you're getting used to the movements. That's it. And close, pull up, circle, ready to go the other way. Point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. So this is what I call the slow burn. As you can feel, lift up, circle, back the other way. Point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. Lift up, circle. One more time each way. Point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. Lift up, circle, reset and point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. Point, plie, point and close. Lift up, circle and all the way down. Well done, everyone. Okay, we're going to work the back of the body now. So I'm going to go sideways to you. Okay, so you're going to start with the leg behind you. You're going to really feel this in your standing leg, just to give you a heads up on where you need to be thinking about. We're going to work all the side of the leg, the glute, the hip here. Okay, so just the legs. You're going to lift the foot up and touch the inside of your knee with your toes. Then you're going to extend the leg forward. You're going to bend it, touch the inside of the knee, and then hinging from the hip, you're going to send the leg back. All right, so let's try that again, starting from this position. So we call this a développé in ballet, but we're doing it in parallel today, just to make it a little bit more straightforward for you. So we're going to lift the leg up, touch the inside of your knee, extend the leg forward, standing tall with that lovely posture. Now bend at the knee, hinge at the hip, send the leg back and lower down. All right, let's try it again. We're going to do 4 times and then change legs. So this is number 3 coming up. All right, we're going to lift up, extend, bend, hinge and lower. That's to give you a chance to just reset. Last one. Whoops, we're going to lift, extend, bend, hinge at the hip, reach back, lower, and then you're just going to take that foot down and just have a nice little stretch there. Good. Let's switch legs. So same thing on this side. So again, you need to get this pattern of movement in your head because we will add arms shortly. Okay, so 4 on this side. So we start with the foot behind. We're going to bring the leg to the knee. Tummy's in. Extend forward from the knee. Bend, hinging at the hips. Send the leg out behind you. You want to feel that in your bottom. Lower down. And we're going to straighten that standing leg to begin again. So we're coming in and extend, bend, hinge, reach back and lower down, straighten the leg, in, extend, bend, hinge at the hip, reach back, lower down. Let's just do one more. So straighten that front leg, and then we're going to come in, extend, bend, hinge at the hip, reach out, come down, and then just come into a nice little lunge. So we're going to try and add some arms to the same movement, all right? So I want you to get the movement first with the body because there's a lot of balance involved, as you can see. So let's go back to the first side. Just a little tip, because we want to keep it osteo-friendly and really work the back and the glutes. We don't want to do any movement in the spine. Going back, you're folding at the hip. So think of your hip crease here. That's where you want to fold from. Yeah, so your back stays straight and you're just hinging around your hip joint, okay? So here we go. We're going to lift up. We're going to reach forward. We're going to pull back. We're going to hinge, and then we're going to send the arms and the leg back. And then lower down, and then pull back up through that standing leg, ready to begin again. Coming in. Extend. Bend. Hinge. Reach back. So those arms are lifting up. Lower the foot. And straighten the front leg. Okay, so the arm stays back until you begin the next movement, and then here we go. In, extend, bend, hinge at the hip, reach back, and lower, and straighten the leg, and last one. Bend, extend, bend, hinge, reach back and lower. Well done. And then what we're going to do is, because it's the standing leg that's killing me, is we're going to stretch the calf muscle. All right, so we're just coming into this position here, feeling that stretch there in the calf, okay? Wiggle your toes, circle your feet if you need to. And then come on up. It's a toughie, isn't it? All right, let's do this side. Okay, so reset that body. Arms down. Take a moment, draw the abdominals in. All right, and then here we go. So, bend. Extend. Bend. Hinge at the hips, reach back, lower, and take a little breather. Straighten the leg. Number 2. Lift, extend, bend, hinge, reach back, lower, straighten the front leg. Number 3, bend, extend, bend, hinge, reach back, lower, and straighten that leg. Last one, bend, forward, bend, hinge, reach back, lower, and this time take the weight onto that back leg so you can have a lovely stretch of that front leg. Goodness me. Toughie, huh? You did very, very well, everyone. Okay. All right, and while we're here, let's take that leg behind, adding to the calf stretch, so a little bit wider with those feet. You're just going to lean into that front leg this time. Keep your back heel down. Just a nice calf stretch. And we're going to add some triceps. All right, nice and easy. Draw your elbows back. Think chest out, chest proud, eye line forward. And then you're going to reach back for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward, switch legs. All right, same thing on the other side. Let's get that really good calf stretch. All right, you can see my dog is stretching at the same time. So leaning forward, tummies in, take those arms back. And here we go for 10, the 9, the 8, the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on in. Okay, so we're going to stay here just so you can see what we're going to do. We're going to bend both knees. Think of hinging, so hinging at the hips, going as low as you can, but not lower than a tabletop. All right, so this is really going to be work on the bottom and the back, and you're going to let your arms hang down, but you're really going to think of pulling in here. So don't let this pop out. Can you see how I'm letting it go? Pull it in towards your spine. So you're really working that core. All right, long spine, take the arms out to the side and down, out and down, out and down, out and down. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there with those arms out. Now reach the crown of the head out and bring yourself all the way up. Arms overhead and arms going all the way out to the side. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And as we're ballet inspired, we're going to take this arm, step to the side, take this arm out to the side, and you're going to give me a little curtsy. Good. And then the other way, step, step, and curtsy. And there you go. That is your session for today, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Do go ahead and press that like button. It's a little ask and it makes a huge difference for me, so I'd really appreciate it if you could. Also, don't forget to share this with a friend or family member, and of course if you haven't already, then please do subscribe, because I think something like 60% of the people that do my videos are not actually subscribers, but I'd love to get the subscriber count up. So anything you could do to help would be so much appreciated. This is a live session, so if you're here now with me live, I'm going to come and talk to you on the chat. And if you're watching on record, then why not make a cup of tea and hang around and listen to the chat. We're always talking on fitness tips, Pilates tips, nutrition, all that kind of stuff. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Take care and have a lovely day. Well done, everyone. I don't know if you noticed, but Boo was stretching while we were. Her workout looks a lot easier than the one we did, but there we go. I was going to pop these weights down and come and talk to you now. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Really hope you enjoyed this session. And I'm just going to go on to the chat. So I'm just fiddling with my computer there. Gosh, I'm quite warm actually. How are you? Are you warm? I'm very warm. I want to say a big hello to Sharon Keaton. Hello, Sharon. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for your really generous donation. I can't tell you how much that's going to help me with making more films for the channel, keeping this channel going. So really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And it was your first live, Sharon. So tell me, how was it? Did you enjoy it? Was it what you expected? I hope you did. We did a lot of work today, everyone, on the legs and the core and the back and the postural muscles. That's why we had the weights in our hands, because having to hold those arms out continually you know, lifting them up a sort of shoulder height, really good for working all around the back and the back muscles and the spinal muscles. So we did a lot of that today. So it's one of those ones that if you found that really, really difficult, then it's one of those ones I recommend that you go back and repeat or put it in your weekly sessions, just so you can really get nice and strong in those backs. Very, very important. So Sharon, absolutely lovely to have you here. Hello to June. I know you're busy with the grandsons, but I thought I'd say hello to you today. Let me know how the workout was for you when you next do it. Hello to Marion. You're also busy today. You're having a little rest because you've been to the vets. I hope your pet's okay. And it's very hot there. I know it's really strange temperature here. It's moving between really hot and very humid at the moment. So yeah, booze over here because this is the only place we have air conditioning. Is this little studio in the garden. So it's the coolest place to be in this weather. But thank you so much for popping in to say hi, Marion, and thank you for your lovely welcome to Sharon. Hello to Mary Campbell. Hello, Mary. Lovely to see you today. Glad you did the live class. Hope you enjoyed it. Hello to Cheryl in Virginia. As you can see, Cheryl, Boo is with us today. Not much energy, but she's very happy just lying in the corner there. Hello to Sedona Solutions. Now, I know you gave me your name, forgive me, hopefully it's further down, but thank you very much indeed for your very, very generous donation. I've had 2 really large donations today, and oh my goodness, you don't know how much it helps. So thank you, really, thank you very, very much. It means a lot because we've always said, Kelvin, my husband, who helps me out on the chat, and we've always said we want to keep this channel free so that everyone who wants to has access to really high quality workouts. But obviously it's not free to do, so we rely greatly on all your donations. That's what pays for us to do this, for the equipment that I'm surrounded by, especially to broadcast live, because it's quite difficult. I've got a whole kind of little deck going on that you can't see to do it. So thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to us both to have those donations and that help. And that also goes for everyone who donates on Ko-fi as well. Couldn't do it without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so going to Cheryl. Cheryl's asking if it's still hot. Well, it's kind of up and down, Cheryl. It's sort of it was about 30 degrees yesterday. We were in London yesterday. Very, very hot in London. We're lucky we're by the sea, so it's always a few degrees cooler. But yes, it's hot. It is hot and sticky at the moment. So Cheryl's saying you've had remnants of Hurricane Debbie. But you've got cooler temperatures now. I'm very pleased to hear that. And lovely to see Sedona Solutions saying you're so excited to kick off your morning with me. So thank you very much. Well, it's lovely for me because I'm towards the end of my afternoon to be able to finish my working day with all of you. It's a lovely way to end. Hello to Myrna. Lovely to see you, Myrna. You're going to catch us next time, but thank you for popping in. Hello to Daisy. Now I know, lovely Daisy, you're in New York, I think, aren't you, Daisy? And you love the ballet inspired. I hope you like that today. We did our parallel développés today instead of our turned out ones, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Daisy says, wow, great workout and in my favorite format. I was thinking of you, Daisy, because I know you love the ballet style work. So really pleased to hear that. Leotie, hello Leotie. Leotie says, hi Rachel, I feel a little crampy in my back because I wasn't keeping it supported. Do you have some suggestions to stretch the back now? Yeah, if you're feeling a little bit crampy, Leotie, my best suggestion would be, I'm just going to go and do it so you can see. Boo's having her lovely stretch. You having a nice stretch? Yes. This is the best one to do. You've got crampy back. Is just to lie down and bring your knees into your chest and just give it a good old stretch. You can also add, if you wish, hip circles, Leotie. It's a really nice way to just soothe that back. All right, so that would be my suggestion if you've got a little bit of crampy back. Also, that crampy back's because we were really working those back muscles today, Leotie, so it's not a bad sign. I know it's a bit uncomfortable, but it means that you probably need to be doing a little bit more of that back strengthening work. So maybe come back and do this one again at some point. Hello to Sharon Keaton. Hi, Sharon. Lovely to have you here. Hi to Teresa Williams. Teresa says, love the session, need to concentrate on my balance. Teresa, me too. Did you see me wobbling? My right foot, I've had quite a lot of, I had a major operation on both my feet, but my right's always been the problem foot. And so anything balancing on my right, I always find tricky. And I get cramp in my calf muscles because they're kind of gripping, trying to keep my balance. So I like to roller them out after class. But really glad you enjoyed it, Teresa. Thank you for sharing that. Sedona Solutions, you loved it. Really glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Sharon Keaton says, it's amazing how heavy 2-pound weights can be. I know, because you were doing all that isometric work, Sharon. So isometric work is where you're having to hold, use all your muscles to hold your body still, in a still position. And of course we did a lot of that today, both in the legs and the arms. So, and I love that personally, because as a woman of 60, I know I've got to keep strong. And the isometric work really does push your endurance levels. And that's a good thing, because that's what we need, yeah? Just doing kind of 10 bicep curls like this, yeah, it will absolutely work the muscle. But when you've got to hold your arms up permanently and keep them up, you're working all around, not just that one muscle, but all the muscles around the shoulder, the back, the postural muscles. So very, very good. So glad. Suzette, hi Suzette, of course. Suzette, you did tell us before. Suzette, thank you so much for your donation today. It's like I have Sedona Solutions in my head and I forget that you're Suzette. So thank you so much. And lovely to see your name. Thank you for the reminder. Martin de Kerpel says, oh, that was intermediate. I came down from the ceiling from 35 degrees to bathroom 29 degrees. Very sweaty, but you loved it. Good. Very glad to hear it, Martin. Yes, it's surprising, isn't it, that people think when you're doing a slow workout, you're not working hard. But as you all know, because you've all done it with me today, it's super hard work working slow because you're having to hold that weight for so much longer, right? So you really are building up that endurance and that strength, which is really what we want. Jeanette says, hello to you all. What a challenge that was. Focused on the sequence and great to use the weights. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that, Jeanette. I do like to put sequences together because I find it's really good for your mind as well. It helps with releasing stress because you've got to focus. You can't think about the things in your life that may be causing you stress. That's partly why I do it as well. Really like to focus on sequencing and then layering it up. So we started with legs, then we added the arms, so we were doing it all together. So very, very good. Well done. I'm so proud of you all, honestly. You've done so well because that was a tough sequence we did today. Jane Rose, hi Jane. Jane says, the heat made me feel like I was working harder than usual. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, please go and have some water, everybody. Make sure you rehydrate. I've got my water hidden down under here, so I'm going to rehydrate. But yes, lots and lots of water, everybody. Stephanie Langton, hi Stephanie. Stephanie says, hi, great session, even if my balance was a little off today. Thank you. Stephanie, we all have those days. Don't worry. I'm so proud you did the session. That's all that matters. You did it, and in doing it, you really would have helped your balance, helped your muscles, all of that stuff. So Really, really good. Cheryl from Virginia says, Kelvin, I know you have said that the sound check has been correct for you, but the last 3 Mondays I've had to turn up the sound to 100% on the computer to hear, but it's still somewhat faint. I'm going to leave that one with Kerwin because that's a technical thing. I mean, I'm looking at my sound levels. I've got a little indicator, and my sound levels are going yellow. And if they go red, that would be me shouting and it would be too loud. They are in the yellow, so I'm not quite sure what's happening there, Cheryl, but I'll let Kerwin deal with that. If anyone else is having problems hearing me, then do let us know. It may just be something's changed in your computer, Cheryl. I don't know. Maybe you did a restart or something. But anyway, I'll leave that with Kerwin because he's the tech person. I'm not a tech person at all. Anne Ali, hello to you. Anne says, sorry for joining late. It's carnival and a holiday in the Spice Island. We'll do it later. Wow, how fabulous, Anne. We'll have a lovely, lovely holiday. Leota, you're very welcome. Daisy, audio's good for you. Wonderful. Sarah Runicles, hi to you, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Martine says, yes, it was difficult coordinating the ballet with the weights. Stephanie says, a little bit quiet for you. You're watching on your TV, so you're not sure if that makes a difference to the sound. Maybe, yeah, because at here, all the levels are looking like standard level. Leoti, no problem with the sound. Carla La Bombard says, Kerwin, did YouTube change something? We can't see the chat anymore. Or is that a setting on our end? Again, I'll leave that one with Kerwin. Sometimes, Carla, when I set up the session, I have to double check that it will show the live chat after. So it depends. Is it one that's, if it's this one, I'll have a look after and see if I can reset it. Otherwise, it could be something at your end. Sarah Runicles says, oh, you're so funny, Sarah. Says, always do an inner groan when it's a ballet inspired. I'm not graceful. Always enjoy them though. Yes, Sarah, that's what we want. And you know, we can all do inner groans, but the fact you do it anyway is brilliant. So well done, Sarah. Annette Gibbon says, great workout for a very hot day, Rachel. Thank you. Sharon Ho says, I'm late to this today, but I've never used weights. What should I start with? Sharon, you've got a couple of options. You could start with, if you do have weights, you can start with 0.5. That's 1 pound. So I'm not sure if you're a kilo or a pounds person. That's 1 pound. I was doing 1 kilo weights. That's 2 pounds. You could also, if you've never used weights, use water bottles, you know, the small water bottles, and just have those full of water. That's kind of, I think that's probably around 0.5 maybe. So that would be my suggestion. Start with either nothing at all and try the workout, because the workout in itself is quite the challenge. Then if you find, okay, that's fine, add water bottles, or if you do have weights, 0.5 or 1 kilo, all right? But you don't really want to go a lot heavier, and that's for everyone, because you are holding the weights for a long time, all right? So it's not like a workout where you're just doing 10 reps and then down. I do a very different sort of way, and this is more the Pilates way, probably more the dance way as well, is that you have to hold things for a much longer period of time. So you really build strength and endurance in your muscles. All right, does that help, Sharon? I hope so. Give it a go and see how you get on. And you can absolutely do the workout, the whole workout without weights, as you saw. So Leoti says, I do like the ballet inspired workouts. I feel like I'm working on being elegant. And you are, Leoti, because it takes a lot of strength to be elegant and to be graceful, as we all know, because when we try these workouts, they are very, very challenging, aren't they? So there we are. Well done, Leoti. Sandra Reynoldson has a question. She says, Hi Rachel, how do you use a roller ball on your calves? Do you lie down on the floor? Great question. A roller ball. You mean like the small massage ball, yes? I mean, I have to say, I prefer a foam roller for my calves. Let me show you both versions and then you can see, wow, it's getting very bright in here. Hopefully it's not too bright. So one option is, if you want to do the calves, I'll show you both for those that have got both. So I've got one of these. I don't know if you've seen one of these before, everyone. So this is like it's like a trigger point ball. This is actually from, in fact, I got given this. This is from a company called Cork Space, and they make these balls, and it's just, can you hear? It's solid. So if you haven't done it before, this might be a bit much to start with. You can do it with a tennis ball. And what I would do is generally, I would lie down, let me just move that, and I would put the ball under the middle of my calf. And then you can either just do that. That in itself is quite, I mean, even for me, that's quite strong. Or if you're feeling brave, you can put the weight of your other leg on and then just kind of sink into it. And you roll, you want to roll up and down the muscle and side to side. So you go across the whole section of muscle down on the attachments below and above. All right, and then if you've got a roller, anyone with a roller watching, you can do exactly the same thing. So you put the roller underneath. You get the calf muscle that you're working. So let's do the other leg. So you can see I've got the sort of the middle of the calf on the roller. And then I'm going to put this leg on top for a bit of weight. And then I'm going to go sideways, ow, and turn the leg. So you sort of rollering across like that. And it will be, if it hurts, that's good. That means you really do need to release the tension. Then you can use that foot to move it a little bit lower. So now I'm at the bottom of the calf muscle, which for me is ow, which is worse. That's very uncomfortable. And again, you can also roll it up to the top as well. So those are your options. I do have a couple of, I do have a session with the roller. If anyone's interested in working with a foam roller, I've got a lovely session with a foam roller. And I also have a session with the trigger point ball, which I would recommend. It's not for the calf muscles, it's actually for releasing really painful back. And we basically use this ball on the glutes, all around the glutes, all down the side of the leg, underneath, and right into the muscles of the lower back. It's absolutely brilliant. We also do the hips, front of the hip flexors, and it's amazing. I promise you, that is, I think it's one of my most underrated videos personally, because I know the benefit of working with that. It's something I use myself to when I've got lower back problems. Get that trigger point ball out and just really get in there. It's like having a really, really good, strong sports massage, very similar kind of feel. Anyway, okay, going on. Where were we? Oh yes, going down. Sandra, you're very welcome. Oh, you get cramp in your calves, yes. Yes, so I think the using a ball, or if you've got it a roller, will be very beneficial for you, Sandra, would be very beneficial. Sharon Keaton, hi Sharon. Sharon says, I love your outfit for today. It looks so comfy. Do you know what? It really is. It's an all-in-one and you can just sort of chuck it on and that's that. But because it's so hot and there's no back on it, it's just really cooling as well. So thank you very much, Sharon. Okay, so there we go. Oh, Cohen, you've solved that one for Carla. Wonderful. Super duper. And Cohen, you can see Cohen has put for everyone the links for the trigger point massage video. That I highly recommend for anybody who has back pain. Try that. Try it with a tennis ball first, because it's a little bit softer, a little bit kinder. and see how amazing you feel after. It really does make a difference. And there's my foam roller workout. Thank you, my love, for putting that in as well. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. So I hope that you all enjoyed your session. It looks like we all had a wonderful time. Sharon Keaton, that was your first live. Really hoped you enjoyed it. So well done to you. And Suzette and Sharon, thank you so much for your donations today. That's been wonderful. I will be back at the same time next week. That's 4 p.m. UK time for another session. I will be teaching intermediate Pilates mat work on Friday. This Friday is going to be a Pilates session for the over 50s, and it's going to be a mix of standing and mat Pilates. So that's on Friday, but it will be an intermediate level. I would say today was not far off intermediate. So if you found today, yep, you could do it, then maybe come along and see what Friday is like. Friday is at 10 a.m. So certainly great for anyone in Europe. I know it's a lot tougher for you guys on the other side of the pond, although Carla, you're always there. You're amazing, getting up very early in the morning. And don't forget, I have my playlists out now. They are both live. So we have an intermediate playlist. That's August week 2. And we have a senior and gentle Pilates playlist, also August week 2. Sharon, thank you very much, and you have a great day as well. Everybody here, thank you for joining me today. Look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.